there guys, my name is Jay, or DA, and welcome back to another Space Engineer Spotlight. Today we're looking at the U.A.S. Summer's Eve by Warwolf. Now this thing is a pretty beautiful looking craft and I do love its overall design. It just looks very Star Wars-esque, and you've probably already guessed, it's armed to the teeth. There are so many rocket launchers and machine guns and cannons on here, it's unfreaking believable. And there are some just hidden away as well, and it really does look pretty, to be honest. Now this craft does have a very special ability in terms of, on the underside of the craft you can actually deploy 8 pods, so they can be used as drop pods for dropping soldiers into a planet, or they can be used as escape pods for emergency situations. So it's a really cool craft and has a really, it's got that really cool feature in that just makes it that interesting to have a look at. And the interior, may I say, is very pretty. So what we'll do is we will head on inside and have a gander at it, I think. So coming on through the side doors, this is the same on the other side, so it is mirrored. We have a bit of an airlock with a suit changing rack, which I believe, is this just... Okay, yeah, so we can actually change our model in there as well if you want to just have a standard suit. So we can actually change to the Space Spider and stuff if we really wanted to. But yeah, so that's there, so we can change colours and whatnot if we really want to. We have the air vent here, of course, because this is an airlock. Now if we open the doors, we are instantly thrown into a very nice corridor that is very kind of alien-y, to be honest, like on alien films. I think it's just the walls that do it for me with that. But heading on up this way, you actually go into a bit of a lift, and this lift will take you to the bridge. Now I'm going to take you here first because this is closest, and like the rest of the ship is quite lengthy, so what I'll do is I'll take you through this first and then we can have a gander at everything else. So in here you have 3 workstations. You have the one directly in the middle, directly up front, which of course is the piloting seat, which has all the controls for the drop pods, the alarms, all that gubbins, and of course the weapons. This bench here is for your, I think it was the, okay, yeah, so this has the conveyor arms and stuff on that enable it to refuel and things like that from a station. And then we also have another bench which is for just primarily the guns, and this is a bit more fine control over the weapons. So it's a very nice place to be honest. He uses the screens really well, so you can so he's displaying all the information here that you need to know, and you can actually read them from the other side of the bench when you're sitting down. So if I sit in here, you can actually read everything, and he's brought it to a level at which you can read so much. It does cut off at the 230 to 420 mil over there, but either way you can read so much of it, and I think it's a really cool idea, and I love the glass as well. So let's head on back downstairs and have a gander at the ship. Now this elevator's a little bit weird. I have found it kind of, you have to stop it when you need to stop it rather than it just going to the correct level. So we will end up going past our doorway and we'll go right down to the bottom of this corridor, but this will take us into the sort of the integral workings of the ship. And as you can see, we've got some wires there as well. Really cool. Some exposed cabling. I love that sort of stuff. It makes it look really cool and intriguing. So we're now at the very bowel of the ship. It's like, right under there now. So if we open this door, we get taken into, I don't think I've actually been in this room yet. So we actually get taken into, I think this is the engine room. So we actually have the jump drives under us as well, which is got a bit of a walkway patterning as well. So we do have all the reactor information down here, some screens showing various things, bits and bobs. And yeah, it's a really comfortable room, to be honest. And I think these take us to some other important areas. And let's go and have a gander. Some of this I have seen, and others I kind of refrained from looking at, so this is all new to me. So if you wander down here, what do we have? Going left and taking a right. What's down here? The very end of the craft. What the hell is this? So is this a bit of an access port? Oh wow, so this actually takes us into the sort of workings of the ships. This is, I'm guessing, the reactor bay, and then there's a second reactor bay on the other side. These are really cool, actually. Jesus Christ, so much detail going into these models. It's unreal. We actually got all the gyroscopes exposed, and it does look really pretty in here, to be fair. So we'll head on back through this door. I like how you've got 2 doors. This one probably to stop like the nuclear radiation spewing out from those. And yeah, it's really cool. And I like these corridors as well. The bits and bobs on the walls. They actually look like batteries. So that's got to be the same on the other side. There's nothing else you can really do that side. So what we'll do is we'll close that door up and we'll head the opposite way now. So coming past the lift, which is very nicely situated, to be honest, at the bottom of the ship. We'll open up this door and we actually come into a bit of a weapons and re-kitting room. So this is where the soldiers will come, re-kit all their weapons, sort the suits out, all out of the gubbins. Then, as they move on through the ship, if I can get this door to open, the models are a little bit strange on these doors. And we actually have a suit room here, so they can then put their suits on properly and do all that gubbins. And then we open up this room, which is the room I really love because it's just perfect. Look at it, it's just all this stuff ready to launch. And it does look very cool. So what we've got here is these drop pods, which do have these coffin-esque looking things in, which you will have control over once it drops. So you'll be able to turn your engines on, your thrusters and all that gubbins, and actually, get out there. So these do have, I believe, their own timers to start launch sequence. So we will have to see about launching these off and having a bit of a gander with them. But I really do like how he's, put them in, and it's just really cool looking, to be honest. So as we head on through this room, we'll open up this door, which is a slower door for some reason, and we'll end up at this bit of a stairwell. Now this door I know leads out to the underside of the ship, but if we wander onto this, I thought we could climb up this, but apparently not. This will take us up a level, I believe. So an upper level. Here we go, yeah, so there's another door here. So this will take us up. And then we'll end up in this sort of general operations and sort of med room. So we do have a med bay here and stuff. That is a bit blocked, but I can see why he's put it there. I can see the intent with that. And we've got a few more screens here and just general planet scanning. And there is actually a planet on the outside of this ship. So it's really nicely done. And then, if your crew need to sleep, for whatever reason, we have a cryogenics area. So you can put your crew to sleep for however long you wish to. And, and just go on long journeys with them. So, yeah, so what we'll do is we'll head back up to the bridge, because if you haven't already realised, we're actually back where we once were. I'm trying to work this lift out. There we go. So we'll just wait for the lift and then get carried on up with it, I think. Again, this lift is a little bit weird because you do have to stop it wherever it needs to stop, and it'll just carry on else. And that stop in the middle is a little bit strange. But yeah, so I really do like the look of this ship. And again, just all the blocks that is used for the aesthetics just look really nice and comfortable. And there's no beds, but there is cryogenic sleeping, so I guess you could just sleep in them for a little bit. So let's jump in the craft. Now, flying this thing, it does get up to speed quite nicely. Of course, it will go faster in a straight line than it will, go in sideways. But as you can see, getting up to speed of this thing is really easy to do. It really does move when you want it to. And there's the planet I was on about just. So yeah, it's a really cool ship, and it feels very floaty when you fly it, to be honest. It's a really nice size. So what we do have as controls in here is we have number 5, which is that cannon I was on about. There we go. So it just fires something, but I don't actually know what the hell it fired because I think it was a bit quick. We then also have some personal turrets. We then have some rocket launchers, which are awesome. They just scatter fire stuff. Then we have the front 6 cannons that really do pack a punch, and then we have a nose camera so we can see exactly what's going on. We also have some alarms. So we have 7 and 8. 7 plays the alarm, 8 stops it. 9 turns, I believe, the lights on the outside. So if we go 9 turns on some lights, I think, so that's pretty cool. Is it the underside light? I don't actually know what that turns on. Let's have a gander. Alarm lights. Okay, so if we go inside, we just turn them off. There should be... Okay, so either way, that turns on and off some lights within the ship, so you can know if the alarm's going on or off or whatever. So that's pretty nice. Then, what else do we have in terms of controls? We have the jump drive, so we have one jump drive which you saw, which should be able to boost set the way, and then we do have some options to turn off the inner teb thrusters on the back end. Yeah, so that's the one bench anyway. It really does work well, the ship. Again, it flies really nicely, it's comfortable. Now what we have here is we actually have the arms on these. So if we hit 1 and 2, you'll see the arms come out, and these are just so it gives it a bit of distance between where it's refueling and the ship itself, so it won't damage anything. So we have that, and then we also have 6, which is a glass bridge for something or other. Which again, I'm quite unsure where the hell that is, to be honest. If we just 6 is that, and then 7 is on. So we need to try and figure out where these glass bridges are coming from. I think they're underbelly stuff. So if we just position the ship so we can see the underbelly of the craft, that might be good. So what does it do? Let's go back up to here, back on this, flip it round and go 7. Let's just turn stuff on and off, to be honest. I'm not sure what it actually does. But yeah, so we also have 9, which does something. So that is the full pod launch. So I think what we'll do is, if we get the ship in a nice position over this planet and get there quite quickly, because the ship really does allow us to with its mental thrust, and I'll just kick it into inner Stappners off and move there a bit faster. If we don't get there, we can always drop it at a little further away. It shouldn't really matter. So what we'll do is we'll turn these back on and slow down. Now see, it slows down stupidly fast. Now what we'll do is jump out of there, get back in here, and we'll get ready for launch. So what we'll do is we'll do that and then hit 9. So here we go. So that whole area depressurizes. Those open up, and I believe it just pushes them out, doesn't it? So if I were to thrust upwards... Oh no, there we go. So they do actually turn on and boost away. There we go. So there are our little pods descending to Earth quite rapidly and probably going to blow up in a heap of glory. That's really cool either way. That works quite nice, and they close back up on their own. There's no need to do that. So yeah, so I've really liked this ship, guys. If you guys would like to see more of these, and just give me some comments in the comment section below. It'd be lovely to have a chat with you guys again. And yeah, if you have enjoyed this video, please like, power, and of course subscribe for more. Go and check out this build on the workshop. It is there. Go and check it out and have some fun with it and see if you can get any ideas from it. And I will see you guys later. Peace!